Hey, every great meal deserves a great side dish. You make a great meal, but then don't forget about the side dishes. They're really important. And potatoes make, I think, the best side dishes. Very versatile. You can do anything with them. Delicious. And the best potato recipe are mashed potatoes. And today I'm going to show you my secret, special, best mashed potato recipe. I'm Chef Dan. I am almost vegan. Today I'm making mashed potatoes, and we start with the potato. And I'm going to use a red potato for a couple of reasons. First of all, I like the red color, and I'm not going to peel it. So the red color will be in the potato, in the mashed potato. It'll have like little red kind of pieces in it. I don't like to peel them because, for two reasons. It's easier not to peel it, and a lot of the nutrition is found just under the skin. So if I don't peel it, you get the full nutritious kick from the potato. Also, the skin is thin so that you can eat it very pleasantly. It's not like having a piece of skin that you have to chew on. So the first thing I want to do is put some cold water in a pot. I'm going to use 2.5 pounds of red potato and put those red potatoes in that pot of cold water. And we're going to put the water on the stove, on high. We're going to cover it. Now, why start with cold water? Sometimes, if you start the potatoes in boiling water, you get what I call the igloo effect, which means that the potatoes on the outside cook and seal, and then the inside doesn't get cooked. So just to prevent that, you start with cold water, put the potatoes in, and bring the whole thing up to a boil, lower to a simmer, and then we're going to simmer this about 40 minutes. But what's most important, you simmer until the potatoes are very well done. Notice how the potatoes are cooked. You can see that they're like cracked. Look over there. You see they're cracked, and they're very soft, and they're cooked right for mashed potatoes. Now I have to take these potatoes out of the water and get them into this bowl. Now we're going to have to add a few things to the potatoes to make it taste good. First thing I'm going to add is some dill. Now, dill is great. It gives you that nice kind of sour kind of flavor. Very important when you cut dill. I washed it and I leave it whole with the ties on. It's just easy to cut that way. And then I'm just going to slice it. I don't want to chop it fine. If you chop it fine, you have this flavor like grass. You get this grassy kind of flavor. I'm using this potato masher, and I'm just going to mash it. Because the potatoes are cooked a little longer and they're a little softer, it's going to mash very easily. It's not going to mash to a smooth consistency. It's going to be like a little rough. That's okay. That's what you want. And there you go. Now I can add yogurt. The yogurt I'm using is 5% fat. It's important, don't use the low fat or fat-free yogurt because you want the fat in there to give you some richness. I'm not going to add any butter to it, so I need the fat to give it some richness. This is 7 ounces of yogurt. I use the whole thing. Potatoes absorb a lot of moisture. So that could be a problem. We have to deal with that. So what we're going to do is add some extra moisture to the mashed potatoes. Otherwise, you're going to get very hard potatoes. What we have is vegetable broth. Okay? Vegetable broth will give us some flavor, also some moisture. Notice the vegetable broth is a clear or golden vegetable broth. Don't use a brown vegetable. Brown vegetable broth is wonderful. It's got great flavor. It's roasted vegetables. But the clear one will make sure that the mashed potatoes do not get brown, do not look brown. They'll look nice and creamy. So we're going to add a cup of vegetable broth. We're going to need a little bit of salt and pepper. About 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm going to use some salt. I use kosher salt. And I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon, because don't forget there's a little bit of salt in the vegetable broth I used. And then I'm going to mix this up. It might seem at first that it's a little loose. That's okay. Mix it up. And if you let it sit for just 2-3 minutes, all of a sudden it's going to be creamy and thicker and have a wonderful consistency. Notice the bits of skin you see in there, the bits of red skin you see in there. That's perfect, because I want people to see that, hey, this is made from red skin potato, and we left the skin in there. We just used our nice fresh potato. Wonderful. Okay, so there you go. Nice, creamy, delicious. Time to check this out. Nice. You see it's been sitting for a minute or two, and now it's nice, and it is like a creamy, rich mashed potato. Absolutely delicious. Listen, I'm going to take this mixture, and most of it we're going to serve for dinner tonight. But I'm going to take some of it and make a very special dish. Hold on. Pierogies. I'm going to make pierogies. You see how easy it is to make this? I'm going to turn this into pierogies just as easy. It's in my next video. Catch it. Pierogies. Until then, I'm Chef Dan. I'm almost vegan, and I'll catch you at the next video.